Okay, so we've done most things.
Right.
The final really enjoyable bit is going in and getting the honey.
Well, this is quite exciting, really, isn't it?
And a bit of a build-up, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
All right.
So
now, let me I'll cover a bit of equipment first.
Right,
All
yeah.
right. One of the things you do need, obviously, you need your hive tool. You'll need your bee brush, which we've been through. And one of the real key things is this. It's called a porter bee escape.
Okay.
All right. What I do is about 24 hours ago, I came in here and I want to keep the bees away from the honey, because the last thing you want is when you're going in taking the honey, you don't want too many bees around.
Oh, is that because why?
Well, they know you're taking your food.
So they're like, get off, we're staying with the honey, so...
Absolutely. They will come after you.
How does that work then?
What this does, so you put this in the cover board and the bees will come down into this little hole and they'll disappear in. And if I just open it up a little bit, what they do, they come through here, they come out of these two little wires. Now, it allows bees through, but bees cannot get back in.
Oh, so it slowly eradicates them from the honey?
Exactly, yeah, and it takes 24 to 48 hours to work. And hopefully, touch a bit of wood, they're all out.
Okay, so we're going to go and see, are we?
Yeah, you ready to go?
All right.
Should we get suited up and we'll go in, shall we?
I'm sure after a couple of times of doing this, you learn very quickly how to make sure it's all perfectly right.
You can almost do it in your sleep after a while. Okay, the plan of attack, once we've got all this on, is we're going to go over to the hive nice and slowly, and we'll take off the lid, and we'll take off what they call the cover board underneath it, and just double check that firstly the honey is ready.
Okay.
We need to make sure it's capped off. That's when we know that the honey is cured well enough. We just want to make sure that all the bees are gone. All right, and then once we're satisfied, what we'll do, we'll walk away from the hive a little bit, just maybe 10 metres away, and we'll just use the magic brush just to get away any stragglers, because we don't want them to come back with everything with us, because as soon as they come back to where we're going to extract the honey, if they're still there, they will fly right back to the hive and tell all their friends. And
they'll all come and join us?
Yes.
We don't want that.
Which we don't want. All right, so let's go to the hive and we'll see what we can find, shall we?
Fantastic. Okay, so now just keep me posted, tell me exactly what to do.
Okay, look, all right, no problem. I'll tell you what, why don't you hold the brush? You can be in charge of the brushing.
Okay.
Now, what we've got within here, we've got two different sorts of honey.
So there's your, what are those things called again?
Okay, these are porter bee escapes, but
porter bee escapes.
On the top they're not really doing a lot.
Okay, so there's something like that down there.
Yeah, if you see this little the bit of wood in there, that is where it's really important.
Where that one is.
Okay, now if I just remove the top, we can have a little look in. They know we're here, they're buzzing around us a little bit.
They're quite active, aren't they? They don't seem annoyed though.
No, well, because a lot of the bees aren't actually in this top bit.
Right.
But if I just withdraw one of these frames, you can actually see, hopefully, we'll have some nice honey in here for you.
Okay.
Okay, so...
And what are we checking for?
Well, all this here, this is the honey. All right, and what you want to see is honey which is capped over.
So that's all wax over the top, yeah?
Yeah, this is wax. Basically what a bee does is when the bee deposits its nectar, it's 80% water. What it needs to do is, honey's obviously not that much water, it gets it down to between 18 and 22% water, and then it caps it. And it sticks this wax capping over the top to maintain that level of water. If it's open,
it dries
water
out.
in. All right, so that's what you want. When you've got that, you know your honey's cured, you know it's ready.
There doesn't seem to be hardly any bees in there at all. I think I've seen one.
Yeah, fortunately. Oh, there we are, there's a full frame. There we are.
Yeah,
Lovely.
look at that.
This is just a standard frame of honey. All right, so we'll put this in the extractor, we'll whiz it around and it'll all stick out.
Right.
Now, some beekeepers, some honey enthusiasts, just like what they call cut comb. And
oh yes, I've seen that when it looks very posh in jars and you pay a lot more for it.
Yeah, but ironically you shouldn't, because actually it's a lot easier for beekeepers to extract. Now this is cut comb honey here. Now you can see again they've taken some when they've swarmed. It looks no different to you and I, but basically what we can do when we're extracting it is just chop it up and stick it in a jar. So that looks good. I mean, I'm quite happy with this.
And
so I think
nobody's in there.
No, they're not. Now it's interesting. Here you can see that they haven't actually capped it.
Oh no.
All right. Now what that means is that this honey in here is not ready. All right, it'll have too much water in it, so we can't really extract that one. But on the whole, we've got a good few. So
we'll take this whole top box away, will we?
Yeah, just for ease of transport.
And go through it and sort it out.
Get it out? Yeah, absolutely. Do you want to take that?
Okay.
We'll be very nice about it, and you take that for me. I'll put the hive back on.
Oh, it's quite heavy.
Yeah. Well.
Look at all the bees! Wow, fantastic.
Okay. So all these ones, we're just nicking all the honey.
Right.
Run away. Right, let's go and extract it, shall we?